Success is the child of drudgery and perseverance. It cannot be coaxed or bribed. Pay the price, and it's yours. Orison Swett Marden. My friends, each and every day, 10 to 15 minutes, that is all we ask. Let's jump into these charts. I am traveling here in Rome today, but of course I'm 6 hours ahead, so I'm coming to you just after the markets close, 10 o'clock at night. A little easier for me to get things done, actually. So let's jump into these charts. Everything is up for the day except for 20-year bonds that are smashing down 2%. Let's jump first into the S&P 500, up a little bit, 0.21%. And again, as you look at the two-day chart and this sideways slide, doji, green spinning top, starting off this week with a red doji, still hovering just above that weekly trend line, but again, looks like it's getting old in the tooth. We shall see. We can see it on the half-day chart, the way it's meandering sort of down. Even though it was up a little bit for the day, we're not reaching the high of last week, week before yet. So we'll continue to keep an eye on things. We can also see we have red volume there. All that means is that this week opened lower than last week. We haven't seen that happen for quite a while, going all the way back to the week beginning the 28th of May, when that was a little green spinning top that week. So we shall keep an eye on the S&P. NASDAQ 100 up a little more, 0.58%, just over 0.5%. But again, we see the same thing here where it's just been stalling out. Again, lots of volume back on the two-day candle representing Friday the 21st and Monday the 24th of the week before last and last Monday. And then we can see as this new candle starts, it is pushed through the two-day, on the two-day chart, it's pushed through the weekly trend line. We can see where the half day is just above it, down in the morning, up a little bit in the afternoon. So again, some weakness there, not a lot of strength. Like we've said in the past, as this market's continued to just go up, and up, we'll see things sort of go up and then slide sideways for a while, then kick up again as the market digests the gains. It's like digesting a big meal, but sometimes it digests the gains and it's the opposite. It vomits out the profits and rolls over. So we'll see where things lead us. Right now, we're still long both the S&P and the NASDAQ 100. Now let's look at 20-year bonds. They nosedived. And of course, as we told you, we weren't super excited about where things were in any of this. We didn't have any volume that was leading us, matching up with the interim lows and then the turnaround. We just didn't have any of that to match up with us. But as let's look. We see back on the week beginning the 10th of June, we had a high of 94.54. The next week, 94.30. Last week, 94.25. We did have some average volume last week with that green spinning top. And then this week, pulling over, we'll see how the volume adds up this week. If it really starts to roll over hard, this was a hard day down, almost 2%. We saw things, leveling out there on the Tuesday, Wednesday last week, then the Thursday, Friday heading down. Then, of course, and we see that in the morning and in the afternoon on Friday as it pushed through the weekly trend line on the half day, and then just nosediving this morning, about the same in the afternoon. So bonds really blowing off a whole lot of energy. We'll see how that continues throughout the course of this week. Let's take a look at gold. Gold is, again, just sort of sideways meandering. It's up 0.28%. We look, we had all this down movement in gold on the two-day chart. That sort of ended there around the 12th, 13th, 14th. Then it started moving up a little bit for 4 days and then back down again hard the Tuesday, Wednesday of last week. And then just a doji, and today a green spinning top. So gold's just meandering around, not really doing a lot. If we look at where GDX, let's check it out. It's the gold miners. It's given us a better chart to trade. It's lackadaisical too. It's just, it's blown through that down move and just sort of slipping sideways. So don't know what that means on gold. You know what it means? We don't know what it means. It means we don't trade it. So we'll continue to wait, watch, and see how it plays out and when it gives us a signal to jump in. Lastly, we'll take a look at HODL Bitcoin up big today, 5.38%. I'm keeping a close eye on BITI. I don't want to get into a losing position there, but it has pulled back quite a bit on me with this up move. Again, BITI is the inverse of Bitcoin. It's, basically the single inverse of the Bitcoin ETF. Quite liquid, not a huge spread between the bid and the ask, easy to get into and out of. I mean, again, the candle looks okay these last 2 weeks, but starting off this week, very weak, just sort of a red doji there. And a big 2-day down candle, a big down candle today, so I'm watching very closely. Don't want to go into a losing position. May make a decision in the morning to pull it on this one. We shall see as things move along. But as we look at Bitcoin, maybe it's found a bottom. I told you to look around this point, but it doesn't look like it's even gone that low yet. So that was our latest low of lows. And again, we don't have a volume there because we just started getting volume that first week, the 20th and the 28th of March. I guess it was, it must have started there the week beginning 28th of May, forgive me, not March. And then we'll see where Bitcoin continues to go. Of course, Bitcoin can be just as likely to fall off the deep end before it's all over with. We look at 24-hour-a-day Bitcoin, though. We see where it was strong. Started moving up at 2:30 a.m. on Sunday and just continued to move up through Sunday all the way into the evening and early morning hours, and then just sliding sideways, bumping up some in the afternoon again on Monday. So we shall keep our eye on HODL. That is where we are, my friends. Thank you so much for listening. We always love to hear from you. As I said, I am traveling in Europe. I will be on a boat. I will have satellite service there, and I hope it's worked for me before that I'll be able to use Starlink to keep uploading these videos, and I'll try to pass everything along to you. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.